Okay, so we are getting close to being ready to go with a couple options around the building. So if you're still online right now, and we'll probably cut this up a little bit, but I just wanted to make a couple announcements for anybody who maybe is just jumping on, or maybe you are getting this video later on. But we want to let you know the plan for this weekend. So we are going to have service here in the building, but that service will be a spread out, socially distanced service. So the way we're doing that, we want to honor the recommendations of those that are over us. And at the same time, we want to provide an opportunity to come together to worship, but in a way that's safe for everybody involved. So first of all, if you are sick, not feeling well, or you have a compromised immune system, or you're in the super high-risk groups that have been mentioned, if you could please just stay home, access the live stream. I want to encourage you to jump on through that. You'll still be blessed. This is gathering however we can gather, and if this is the way we can gather, we're thankful for this opportunity that we have to use the internet to do that. So that is the first part. The second part is, if you are coming here this weekend, we're going to ask that we split ourselves up. We want to be spread out across the sanctuary. Those that are in the sanctuary, we're really shooting to have no more than 10 in any one section. We've got every other row divided off so that we won't have anybody sitting directly behind or in front of anybody else. We're trying to maintain that 6-foot rule, unless you're talking about your family, because we believe you're already exposed to whatever they have. So families can sit together, and we're going to encourage families to stay together. We will not have a children's ministry because we will be streaming this into the chapel. And actually right now during this test, it's a part of what we're doing, streaming into the chapel as well as streaming into the cafe, and we will be streaming into the FLC as well. We will probably use the adult classroom. We're just trying to make sure that we don't overcome the amount of bandwidth that we can take up in the building and still produce an effective and helpful stream for everybody. So if you have any questions, you can call me at 314-8777. If you are a senior or somebody who is in the at-risk categories and you need some help, we are here to serve you as a church. So we have people standing by waiting for just somebody to say, hey, I need somebody to go to the grocery store. I need somebody to go pick up some medication for me. Obviously, we'll have to do any kind of call-ins to make sure that that's appropriate with your pharmacist. But anything that we can do to take some of those things off your plate, if you're nervous about going into public environments and you would like for us to help you with that, just please either call me, 314-8777. You can email us at office@jubileefc.com, and or you can email me at hans@jubileefc.com. And there's just a couple different ways that you can get a hold of us. And we will communicate that out, let people know, and be in touch with you as soon as we can. We're also going to be making contact personally with those of you that we know are in the more at-risk category. And just know that we are praying for you. We're praying for this whole thing to be stopped, to be ended. We believe that God is able to do some great things, and he is wanting to use this. He's wanting to take this and become something where the church shines. And so I want to encourage you that we would shine in faith. We would walk in faith and not in fear. But we would also take the reasonable precaution, as we looked at the book of Leviticus and the call for us to obey quarantine laws, to follow through all of those things to make sure that we stop the spread of disease. So we are being biblical on both sides of this. And I just want to encourage you also, please don't judge any other church that is making a decision that might be a little bit different than the way we're doing this. Or look at our church and say, well, we're not operating in faith, we should just do everything normally. We are trying to do our best to find that balance between submission to the authorities, to following protocols given even in Scripture about quarantine, and then also we really want to be obedient to the Lord in not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. So I think the last thing I would say is it's even more important in this time that we reach out to one another. If you have a need, reach out to folks in our church, in this church family. We want to pray for one another. If you have an issue that you need the whole church to be praying about, we have a prayer chain that will be activated and let people know that we are praying for them, but also it's a way for us to quickly activate and let others know to be able to join us in agreement. Those are just a few things coming and just a few announcements we wanted to make, but we're really thankful for anybody that stayed on through this live stream. If you could please chat or just comment below, let us know that you were there so that we can go back and look at the different venues that we're streaming through and make sure that we're being effective in each of those categories and areas. If you're not live and you're watching this after the fact, you can still comment, and then that way we know that we got that information along to you. Thanks so much. God bless you. Don't forget, pursue Jesus because he is already pursuing you. God bless.